Good day to you, Bashar. First of all, I want to thank you very much for this co-creation and your tireless support of our human development. Thank you very much.
It is our passion and our pleasure. What would you like to discuss?
I lived my life for years in a very joyful and happy way. I lived according to the formula. Even I did not know the formula because I first heard of you and the formula about 3 months ago. So about 1 year, this changed literally overnight without any visible reason. I woke up in the morning and had a feeling of horror. No pain, but horror. This stayed for about 3 months. Then I overcame it, and the joy returned month to month, but not so often as before. So now I have a very happy day. I think one in a month. And the last day I was very, very happy was when I get to know about you 3 months ago. So, I don't feel bad or sad. It's a kind of neutral, but I miss this happiness, this feeling of being high without having taken any drugs. And my question is, how can I reconnect to this? Or should I reconnect? Should I trust that it will come when it's important for me?
Yes, you must allow your life to unfold. It is important for you to go through processes sometimes. The experience that you are describing is allowing your body consciousness to get used to the idea of higher frequencies, which sometimes it may treat as if it is dying. Exposure to higher frequencies may make the body consciousness feel like it is dying, and so that may incite survival mechanisms within you, creating the experience you had of what you are referring to as horror. But it is something that you are going through to allow your body consciousness to be more in alignment with your higher mind, your soul itself. And so, yes, the joy can come back more consistently if you are being of service to humanity through some particular action that represents your passion. So the more that you can interact and act with humanity in service to humanity in whatever way your imagination and creativity so directs you and so guides you, will allow the joy to come back into your life in a more consistent way.
Well, thank you. That helps. Didn't um, thought so. So I had two experiences with kind of light balls in my life. The first, 30 years ago, when I was walking home, a glancing, blending light appeared just in front of me. The second was about 15 years ago when I was walking the dog with the daughter of my former husband. And then a light ball crosses over our way from left to right very fast. And we both saw it with our physical eyes. So, do you have an idea what this was and what it should say to me?
Well, these again have to do with your guides, with beings from other dimensions, allowing you to know that you can increase your ability to perceive them, stretching your senses as you expand your consciousness, giving you markers, in a sense, representations, in a sense, of vibrational frequencies to attain. So pay attention to how you felt when you experienced those spheres of light, those orbs of light, and allow yourself to come from that vibration of awareness, that vibration of astonishment, and know that they are reflections of the same kind of light that you give off as a soul, as a spirit, as a being, as a consciousness. So they are guides, they are friends, they are members of soul families. They are, in some way, shape, or form, helping to train you to perceive in other realms more readily.
Okay.
They are letting you know that you are never alone,
Wow.
that you always have help.
Thank you. May you tell me something about the Masani?
About your family?
I
Is that what you
don't
said?
know. No, the Masani. I think it's
Oh, Mazani.
Masani, yes.
Mazani, what people on your planet refer to as the tall grays.
Ah, okay. Mm-hmm.
That is the Mazani.
Okay. Do they have special information for us?
They do, but it is not something we can discuss at this time.
Okay. I met one of them in a state between awakeness and sleep,
Yes.
like a very real dream.
Yes.
And he was coming towards me, standing in front of my bed, was very, very cold. But in this state of nearly dreaming, I was afraid and I screamed, and then it appears.
Again, it's about being exposed to higher frequency energies to get you used to them so that your physical consciousness will not react in a fearful way. So it will not assume that exposure to that energy means that you are dying. Again, remember, many beings have frequencies that are very similar to spirit, and your body consciousness may interpret exposure to that energy as if you are now approaching spirit, which means that you are dying. So, in a sense, letting go of any fear of death will allow you to engage with higher frequency beings more readily, more easily, more comfortably.
Okay, there's a point. I'm afraid of death. Yes. Okay. Okay.
Remember that death is just waking up into your true self. That's all it is. Remember that this is a dream. Physical reality is a dream. You are in spirit right now. You never leave spirit. That's your natural state. So death is nothing more than waking up into your true self as a spirit and letting go of the dream you are having in part of your soul of physical reality.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
Okay. Thank you. I have one more question concerning you and your people.
Yes.
Do you experience feelings and emotions?
Yes.
Similar
Love,
to
joy, happiness, all of those kinds of positive emotions, as you would label them. We simply do not choose to experience things like anger or fear. We understand that they are always available, but it is not simply something that we choose because it doesn't serve us any longer for the lessons that we need to learn, for the processes we need to go through.
Mm-hmm. So you don't have to be incarnated or have a body to experience feelings.
We have bodies. We are physical beings. We are not spirits fully. We are quasi-physical. We have the traits of spirit, but you would still perceive us as physical beings.
Okay. Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yes. Thank you.
All right. Then we thank
So
you.
thank you very, very much, Avio.
Aveo.
Hello, Bashar. My question is, I know that I'm shifting through infinite parallel realities, in order to create this one continuous life experience as this human. But am I, as all that is, also simultaneously having, am I aware of, am I having infinite continuous um, l- life experiences as this human? Am I just having the one and I'm shifting through all the possibilities in order to create it? Or I am aware of infinite continuous life experiences as this singular human? Yeah.
The idea is that all that is obviously aware of everything you're experiencing as an aspect of itself, including all the different parallel realities that you are choosing to go through and navigating through to create your timeline or your life stream. So you're experiencing it as an individual, and simultaneously, all that is experiencing it as you and is aware of everything that you're experiencing as a part of itself. If that answers your question, then that is the answer. But some of the questions you are asking are superfluous. The first two questions were sufficient to answer what it is you're seeking.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
How are you? Doing good?
Perfect. And you?
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for. I'm really honored to have the chance to have a conversation with you today.
It is our honor as well, and our passion and our pleasure. What would you like to discuss?
There's a few things I have in mind. I've been following your content for quite some times, and just to provide a bit of context, in 2010 I started a design agency specialized in building impact solutions, so helping companies define their purpose and then translate that purpose into sustainable and socially impactful business models.
All right.
It's been quite the learning journey.
Yes.
And to me, to adopt new practices, you need to create attractive solutions. So I really dedicated myself at building co-creative models to help meet our clients where they were, and then help co-create maybe a better future for everyone.
All right. Thank you for your service.
Thank you. So it's been a learning journey, but now that 14 years into it, I'm realizing that I've been going a lot against the grain. Trying
All
to.
right. Well, how can you go more with the flow?
So
How can you go more with the flow?
exactly.
Use your creativity and imagination. What would you rather be doing, or how would you rather be doing it? If it is representative of your passion, there is always a way to be doing your passion in the most passionate way. So how could you be doing it differently than you're doing it now?
I've started to play around with the idea of, instead of trying to change others, to really build the visions myself.
Yes, well, you can't really change others. You can offer them the opportunity to change, but they have to be the ones to make that decision. So if you've been going about it with the idea that you're supposed to be changing them, then dropping that idea would help you flow more, because it's all well and good to share with others what you think might be willing to help them, but what they do with the information is none of your business, because you don't know their path. So the idea is to stop focusing on needing to change them and just simply offer them things that you're excited to offer because that's who you are, and let them decide whether or not to take those things.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yes, it does. That's why I said it. It removes the weight off your shoulders and the burden that many people on your planet create for themselves of needing others to change. You can't need others to change. You can only offer them the opportunity to change, but you must leave it up to them to decide whether or not to match that frequency, whether or not to incorporate that change in their own lives. It's not your responsibility to make sure that they do. That's not your job. Your job is to be yourself, to give off the gifts that you have to give, to offer them to others as potential things that may assist them, but you absolutely have to leave it up to them to decide to incorporate them. That's none of your business.
Thank you for sharing that. Segueing into responsibility, I've been carrying the weight of responsibility for quite some times. It has guided some of my decisions. If even if I embarked on that impact journey over the years, was because I wanted my kids to have a planet to enjoy in the future.
Yes, but you remember, you never change the planet you're on. You change your frequency and you shift to another version of Earth that is already more representative of the frequency change you made within yourself.
Mm.
So teaching them how to change their frequency, how to navigate through all those different versions of parallel reality Earths by following the formula is how they will experience the idea of a version of Earth that is more representative of the joy that they create within themselves and the actions that they take that are representative of that joy. But you can't be responsible for others. You can only be responsible to them, to be yourself and be the living example of how they could also choose to be like you.
Mm-hmm.
To teach them the consequences of choices in a safe and creative way, so they understand how everything is connected, how everything is synchronicity, and how to move through the different parallel versions of Earth by following the formula, by being self-empowered, by knowing that they can attract anything they need in life to fulfill themselves without having to hurt themselves or anyone else in order to do so, and to not be responsible for others, but to be responsible to them by also being living examples of what other people can also, by seeing their example, choose to incorporate within their own lives as well, but to not need them to do so. Remember, you act on your passion for its own sake, not because of what you think it's going to cause or get you. Otherwise, you're making your passion conditional on what other people do.
Thank you for that. That makes a lot of sense. There's
All right.
always a bit of a discrepancy between my intentions to act on my highest excitement and the short-term conditions I feel I need to go through.
Yes, but you see, that's contradictory, as you said, because if you have conditions that are outside conditions, then you're not acting on your passion. Because true vibration of passion is not reliant on exterior conditions. That's why I'm saying you act on your passion for its own sake, because that's who you are, because you have no other choice. Not because of what it's going to get you, not because of how other people are going to react. That's an outside condition. And that dampens the idea of your excitement, of your passion, because now it's not pure.
Maybe one last thing, if I may,
Yes.
it's really connected with that same topic where I feel responsible to I jumped into that journey, which was really fulfilling, obviously, but to translate these values to my children. I have 2 kids, and if you'd look at my son, you'd see I'm the greatest parent. If you look at my daughter, you might think otherwise. She comes with a bit of anxiety baggage, and I'm really trying really hard to connect.
About what? Anxiety about what?
Our focus is really on the perception of others.
What is her age?
14.
All right. Have you had any talks with her about the idea of why she thinks it's important to gauge herself based on what other people think?
I've tried to break that shell, but she's really pushing me back.
Why? What does she get out of it? Have you asked her that?
I've tried many times, but what I get from that, it's again my perception is that she's a bit insecure on what other people would think, so she's pushing her parents, especially her dad, away because it makes her look a bit more immature with her group of friends. That's one of the idea that has crossed my mind, but honestly, I don't know.
Have you told her that you love her unconditionally no matter what she does?
On a daily basis.
All right. Then keep doing so and let her go through her process.
Okay.
Just be there for her when she needs you to be. You don't have to push, you don't have to try and change her. Just understand that she has chosen a path, chosen a journey. She can learn eventually, but you have to let her go through her journey. You have to let her go through her path.
Yeah,
Just be there
that's
for
been
her.
the hardest thing.
Well, it should be the easiest thing if you truly trust that she is a strong soul. Don't see her as weak. See her as strong. See her as exploring a certain idea. Whether it's positive or negative to you doesn't matter. She's exploring. Just be there for her. Just tell her that. I'm here for you. Whatever it is you decide to do, however it is you decide to be, I'm here for you. And I know you have a strong soul, and I trust that you will go through whatever you're going through in a way that will serve you best. But I'm here for you if you need me. If not, then I'm still here for you, unconditionally. If you can say that, then perhaps she will lighten up.
I'll try that.
All right. Does that serve you at this time?
It does. Thank you so much for this great sharing.
It is our passion and our pleasure. Ave.